A veteran is someone that's a war hero, and I just want to thank all the veterans out there that served for the country.
I define a veteran as someone who has served for our country, and I want to thank my papa for serving for us.
I think a veteran is anyone who served their country, and personally would like to thank Lieutenant Curran, who was one of my teachers. I would like to thank Sergeant Kramer, who was involved at my old school.
All the veterans on Veterans Day and every day for their service.
I thank a veteran as someone who fights for our country. I thank Ms. Beagle for her service.
I'd like to thank Mr. Preston for his service.
I think a veteran is someone who has served in the armed forces. I go back through a lot of wars that I remember, but I would have to thank my father who served in World War II. He did not ever have to fight. He was an airplane mechanic, and I still have some of his manuals. In fact, last night I realized his uniform was up in my attic when I was looking for something else. So yeah, it's been a long time, but then I've been around a long time, as all of you all know. Thank you.
Veterans Day to all who have served our country and provided us with the freedoms that we have. I'm very thankful for them. I also want to give a shout out to Ms. Beagle. Thank you for serving our country. And for Mr. Scyther, who was here a couple years ago. He also served, and I just want to give a shout out to those who risked their lives for our freedoms.
A veteran is a hero, and I want to thank Miss Beagle.
I think a veteran is someone who went to war for our country. I would like to thank Miss Beagle.
Bro, you slow.
Let's say something.
A veteran is someone that didn't mind to risk their life for not just me, but for all of us, regardless of our nationality. I'd like to thank my father, my brother, and my grandfather who were veterans.
Veteran to me is somebody who's fought for our country, and I want to thank my uncle and uncles.
I'd like to thank all the veterans for all you do. You sacrifice your life for us and keep us safe, and we can believe what we want to. And I'd like to shout out to everybody in the armed forces. Keep doing what you're doing.
What a veteran is someone who has served in our U.S. military and has retired. And I would like to give a shout out and a thanks to my dad, who served 15 years in the United States Air Force, and my great-grandpa, who served in World War II.
A veteran is someone who has served for our country or is currently still serving for our country.
I would like to thank my uncle and my grandfather for serving our country in their past, all that good stuff.
I think a veteran is somebody that fought for our country.
I want to give a special shout out to Miss Beagle for supporting our country, and thank you.
Yeah, man, we really appreciate that.
Give a special shout out to Miss Beagle for serving our country.
I think a veteran is someone that fought for our country. I want to give a shout out to my grandfather for fighting for me.
Okay, I think a veteran is a person that is called to serve his duty to his country, to God, and to his family. Someone that serves in the capacity to help defend for our rights and our freedoms. When I was a senior in high school, we had a mandatory Army situation mandatory draft. It was in the Vietnam situation. And when you were in high school, there was a high chance that you were going to get drafted in the Army. It wasn't a volunteer situation. It was mandatory, and they had a lottery. And a lot of the friends that I graduated had to go and serve. And I think if I had one regret in life is that I did not serve my country. I went on to college, got education, was able to go on and teach and coach and do things that I like to do. I like to thank my dad, my uncle, my grandfather. They all served in the Army during World War II. I'd like to thank my good friend Steve Lewis, who served in Vietnam, and all the other military personnel that have served.
Thank you for your
I
service.
think a veteran is someone that put their life before mine. I would like to thank everybody that risked their life for me during the war.
Someone who's put their life in the life of this country and should be respected as a hero.
I just want to say thank you to all the veterans who have fought for this country and given me the right to have the freedom that I have today. You guys are the true heroes.
I think a veteran is somebody who fought for my freedom.
I think a veteran is someone who serves our country, and if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here.
A veteran is someone that's put in time and service for our country, our world,
I have a father, a grandfather, and a cousin that have served in the military, and I just want to say thank you for your service.
I think a veteran is a hero. Thank you, Ms. Beagle, for serving our country.
I think a veteran is somebody used to serve in the Army. And the Armed Forces, and shout out Ms. Beagle.
A veteran is a person who has took the time to defend our freedoms, also has made sacrifices and been away from their family, and has been committed to keeping us safe here in the United States. I'd just like to thank all the veterans for all they've done for us.
Thank you for your service.
Thanks.
Hi, I'd like to thank all of our veterans as we celebrate Veterans Day. My opinion, a veteran is someone obviously who has been at war, but not just that, anyone that served our country and is protecting our freedoms and all of our luxuries that we have. We take them for granted sometimes, but at least on this day we can remember to thank a veteran. I'm very proud of my brother, who is almost 30 years in the Air Force and is a chief in the Air Force, and I've had a lot of family members that have been in the military. I've got a good friend of mine, Superintendent Kevin Hubb at Scott County. He was a West Point graduate, was in Desert Storm. But it goes without saying, all of our veterans I'm thankful for, and I really appreciate it, and so glad we can celebrate and recognize them this one day of the year. I hope we do it more than that, but especially this one day out of the year.
I want to say thank you to my dad for fighting for the country.
A veteran is someone who is really brave and courageous for fighting for our country and risking their life. And I just want to say thank you to all veterans for serving.
I think a veteran is someone who loves this country and thinks it's worth fighting for.
A veteran to me is somebody who takes the time to volunteer and defend their country and everything that their country stands for in order to protect and maintain the lives that we live here in our home country. And I'd personally like to thank every veteran.
Okay, so a veteran to me is someone who's sacrificed their own life, their own pursuits to help everybody else and to serve our country. So veterans are our heroes, and I would like to say thank you to our own in-house veteran, Ms. Beagle. Thank you very much, Ms. Beagle. You rock.
What I think a veteran is somebody that fought really hard for our country, even when they didn't have to. And I think Ms. Beagle.
What I think a veteran is a person who fought really hard for the people of this nation, of America. And I would like to thank my daddy, who fought in the Army, who was an Air Force, and fought really hard to defend me, my brother, his whole family, and everybody else.
A veteran is somebody who sacrifices time with their family in order to serve their country. So there's a lot of people, there's over 1 million veterans in Kentucky and Central Kentucky that are out there sacrificing for their families. That includes National Guard, Air Force, Army, Marine. Some of the people I'd like to thank is my nephew, Evan, who's currently serving in the Marine Corps in Southern California. So thanks, Evan, for your service.
Get out of my face a little, though.
Yeah.
I don't need all my blemishes on there.
Okay.
Can't you?
A veteran is.
Oh my God.
Thank you for your service.
I want to give this we. There's two of us standing there, not just
Just say I don't know, 5 words.
1, 2, 3, 4.
No, say 5 words.
Somebody that fought for our country.
I want to give a special shout out to Miss Beagle for supporting our country.
Go.
Wait, not now.
Okay, we're gonna count down like y'all do.
Count down.
I think a veteran is someone who went to war for our country.
You are worse than Jalea. Are you ready now?
We want to give a shout out.
I just want to say thank you to all the veterans who have
Been away from his family. No, I don't like.
Say thank Ms. Beagle.
Man, 148 is enough.
A veteran is.
I think someone someone who sticks up for our country and tries to keep us safe.
Yeah, buddy.